This video is made by Hanna Martinelli-Holland, Daniel Allred, Wendy Martinez, and Justin Everett. Today we will talk about the Zika virus, a disease that can be transmitted through mosquitoes or body fluids. You will learn about the history, symptoms, effects, and the scientific and medical research that has been done. In 1947, the Zika virus was discovered in the Zika forest of Uganda within a monkey. Scientists were in the area researching yellow fever, a relative of Zika. It was later identified in humans during the year 1952. Although it was first discovered in Africa, recent research has found that there is also an Asian lineage. The Zika is spread primarily through mosquitoes, but can also be contracted through pregnancies, blood transfusions, and sex. The Aedes species of mosquitoes are the primary carriers of the virus, but other mosquito species may become a carrier as well. Unborn children can contract the disease from their mother either during pregnancy or around the time of birth. Although preventative steps can be taken to not become infected, if a mother does contract the virus, there are no preventative measures to stop it from infecting the child. Unborn children are affected the most by this virus. If a fetus contracts the Zika virus, birth defects may occur, most common among them microcephaly. Microcephaly is a birth defect that results in an underdevelopment of the brain, head, limbs, or other parts of the body and can result in many problems, including death. There are many symptoms of the Zika virus, such as fever, rash, joint pain, and conjunctivitis, or red eyes. Symptoms are usually pretty mild but can last for several days to a week. Since these symptoms are so generic, people may not realize that they have the Zika virus. The virus most severely affects unborn children. As of right now, there are no vaccines to prevent the Zika virus. The CDC recommends to avoid mosquitoes as they are the primary reason for Zika spreading. Since Zika can also be passed during sex, using condoms during sexual intercourse can reduce the chance of contracting the virus. The Zika virus isn't very common in the United States. There are screenings that can be done by doctors such as urine and blood tests. Unfortunately, in countries where the Zika virus is most prominent, they often don't have access to the technology to perform these screenings. In most South American countries, women are staying completely covered up to avoid getting bitten by mosquitoes. As of right now, Zika is reportedly active in all of South and North America and throughout the Caribbean. This is due to typically hot and humid climates that mosquitoes thrive in, as well as often low access to health care in those regions. In California alone, there have been 368 reported cases related to traveling and contracting the Zika virus. This is 9% of all the United States. Florida has had a total of 184 locally acquired cases and is the most in the U.S. The United States District of Columbia has had 1,114 cases with the Zika virus and pregnancy. The Zika virus is spread mainly by the Aedes species mosquito. These mosquitoes are aggressive daytime biters but can also bite at night. They prefer to live inside and outdoors near people and will come into homes through air conditioning vents. Aedes mosquitoes will lay their eggs near standing water found around homes. These can be in things such as vases, flower pots, buckets, animal dishes, and bowls. There are many societal issues concerning the Zika virus. Many women are afraid of contracting this virus while expecting a child because of the birth defects that may occur. Many Americans are fearful of the countries that border America because they have had many outbreaks. The fear of traveling outside of the United States is also a big societal concern. The most recent example of this was at the 2016 Olympics in Brazil. Many athletes such as Hope Solo and Jordan Spieth, among others, decided to pull out of the Olympics out of fear of the Zika virus. When you contract Zika, you get very sick and need to stay well rested, as well as drink lots of water. Doctors say to stay on a Tylenol to help with pain. Zika infections in adults may rarely result in Guillain-Barré syndrome, which has a 7.5% death rate on those affected. Guillain-Barré syndrome is a rapid onset muscle weakness caused by the immune system damaging the peripheral nervous system. It normally begins in the feet and hands and then spreads to the arms and upper body. These symptoms can develop within hours to a few weeks. Immunoglobulins is a therapy treatment that can be performed to treat this, which leads to good recovery in the majority of cases. Zika virus belongs to the Flaviviridae family and Flavivirus genus. It is related to dengue, Japanese encephalitis, West Nile, and yellow fever. The symptoms that come from the Zika virus are similar to those it is closely related to, and can therefore cause confusion when attempting to diagnose. As of right now, the Zika virus is not under control, and it is strongly recommended that women who are pregnant in areas where the virus is common to stay indoors and be covered up. The Zika virus is only really life-threatening to newborn babies. Scientists are at a standstill, and there is no current trend for future research. As of June 22, 2016, there has been 61 countries and territories that have reported continuing mosquito-borne transmissions. Of the 61 countries, 47 of them experienced a first outbreak of the Zika virus since 2015, and the other 14 have been experiencing outbreaks since 2007. According to the United States CDC, as of June 9th, there have been 3 live-born infants with birth defects. In addition to the 61 countries, there were 4 other countries: Cook Islands, French Polynesia, Chile, and the Federated States of Micronesia, who experienced an outbreak of the Zika virus without ongoing transmission. There has been 185 mosquito-related cases of the Zika virus within the United States, along with 4,310 reports related to traveling. Only 13 cases have been reported of adults getting Guillain-Barré syndrome. This has been a quick overview of the Zika virus. Thank you for watching our video, and remember to take caution if you're in an area with reported Zika transmission.